If you lack confidence, I'm going to show you one easy trick to skyrocket your confidence. One person who uses this trick is footballer Harry Kane, who is the all-time leading scorer for England, and this is the country who literally invented the sport, and he's the second all-time leading scorer in the Premier League, the best and most competitive league in the world. Here's him taking a near-perfect penalty kick in the Euro 2020 final. You don't become this clutch, consistent, and effective without confidence. So to learn how he developed this confidence, let's find out how he discovered this trick and how he used it throughout his career to become one of the best players of all time. Like many athletes, Harry Kane grew up with a dream to become a professional footballer. But at age 8, he was cut from the Arsenal Youth Academy and he was devastated.
Arsenal, what does it mean for you?
I don't know I can say on camera what I really want to say.
This taught him early on that if he wanted a spot, he was going to have to earn it. No one was going to give it to him. After that, he joined the Tottenham Hotspurs, where he was a starter but struggled to score with consistency and knew from experience that if he didn't perform and solidify himself as indispensable, he would get cut. To prevent this, he constantly asked his coach for one-on-one sessions to improve his shooting. After that, he became a goal-scoring machine and quickly rose up the ranks within the academy. But if he wanted to break through to the professional level, he had to separate himself in some way. It was then that he realized that his left foot was significantly weaker than his right, and he noticed that the top professional players could score equally with both feet. So for 3 months,
in training, every shot I hit was with my left. I would dribble with my left, pass with my left foot.
Eventually, he became just as lethal with his left as with his right. And in his U18 season, he scored 18 goals in 22 games, earning himself a professional contract. However, it wasn't enough for him to reach the first team, and he was shipped out on loan to a team called Leyton Orient, a team in England's third-tier league. Here, he knew it was do or die. If he didn't perform with this team, Tottenham would release him, and his career could be over before it started. So after every team training, he stayed late by himself or with a teammate to work on his skills. By doing this, he performed well enough in the season to gain a spot on the Tottenham first team. Although it wasn't a smooth journey from there, by using his confidence technique, he was able to regain his confidence every time he lost it, and eventually he became the Tottenham Hotspur all-time leading goal scorer. So did you figure out what the trick was? At each stage of his career, he struggled with confidence in one area or another, yet he overcame it. Before we discuss what he did right, let's discuss how the mindset of a loser would respond to each of Harry Kane's obstacles. When Kane struggled with scoring, a loser would make excuses and blame the conditions or his teammates for his lack of goals. When Kane lacked confidence with his left foot, a loser would just not use it and only use his right. When Kane questioned whether or not he could make it to the pro level, a loser would let that insecurity consume their game until their worst fears came true. Okay, now let's go over how Harry Kane displayed the mindset of a winner during each obstacle. When Kane struggled with scoring, he asked his coach for one-on-one sessions to improve his shooting. When Kane lacked confidence with his left foot, he spent 3 months only using his left foot until he was equally confident with both feet. When Kane questioned whether or not he could make it to the pro level, he stayed late after every training to improve his ability and confidence. So do you know what the trick is now? He overcame his insecurities by taking action to overcome them. Now this may seem like a no-brainer, but be honest. Whatever area you lack confidence in, do you actually work on it? I doubt it. I bet you just avoid it. Because if you spent consistent time and effort on your weakness just as much as you do your strength, soon that weakness will become a strength. A mental exercise for this is to write down all the areas that you lack confidence in. Choose one weakness at a time and write down what you're going to do each week to work on that weakness. At the end of each week, keep yourself accountable by evaluating how consistent you stayed with your training. Then work on this weakness for however long it takes you to develop confidence in it. For example, Harry Kane focused on using only his left foot for 3 months. And 3 months might sound like a long time, and it probably did feel like a long time since he was continually failing. But think about it. Some people never improve their weaknesses. So if you spend just a few consistent months on your weakness and turn it into a strength, wouldn't it be worth it? With whatever weakness or insecurity you have, take action to overcome it. Before long, that area where you lack confidence will become the area you're confident in the most.